What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day. Today we showcase Bayley damage control. I just took her 6-star silver. I kind of want to see if I'm going to regret it or not. Now, I thought I did a Bayley video before, and it turns out I did. I just didn't upload it. I guess maybe I just didn't like what I did that day. Who's to say? Who's to say? But today we are going to use Bayley. So I took her 6-star silver because, one, I have Sheamus and Hall of Fame Michaels for my showboats and male division at 6-star silver. I didn't necessarily need another one. I was thinking of Nakamura, Chad Gable, a couple other ones that I can't really think of off the top of my head, but none of them really resonated with me as someone that I'm going to use on a daily basis. Bayley is someone I will use on a daily basis. Now, having her at 6-star silver holds benefit because my main build for her, the seated armbar into the Bayley to belly suplex into the diving elbow drop, this actually utilizes a lot of the gems. Whereas her secondary build, which I'll show you here in a minute, or after we go through this one, doesn't necessarily use that many gems on the board. So I'm not really seeing what synergy is going to come with that for 6-star silver. At 6-star silver, we are going to be using seated armbar, doing color submission, choose 7 gems to make into blue submission gems, and do 187,000. It'll do 199,000. I like that a lot better. We'll do 199,000 for 3 turns. Remaining submission gems turn into protect gems of strength, 47,570. We're not worried about this. The protect gems kind of are just a little bit of a cushion, really. 1 or 2 being on the board's not that bad. It mitigates their swiping, so that's always nice. But the Bayley to belly suplex is where a majority of our damage is going to come from, and you'll see why when I go to the trainers. So we're going to deal 142,954 damage and choose a 6x6 area. I don't think it goes any higher. Yep, 6x6 area. Negate this. Into trap gems. If broken by you, deal 93,792 damage and increase your yellow MP by 3. If broken by your opponent, steal up to 93,792. That's where the big portion of this comes in. Now let's see what it goes up. It doesn't increase there. It just sits at 93,000, so I see no reason to waste TP. The diving elbow drop. Now the diving elbow drop combined with the Bayley to belly suplex is where a vast majority of our damage is going to come from. Obviously, we're going to do some really good work with our seated armbar, doing almost 200k a freaking tick. So it's 600,000. Not something to write home to mom about when you're fighting a 6-star silver at 25 million health. But that does allow us to have our semblance of control, our damage control, if you will. Pun intended. You saw what I did there. But the diving elbow drop is choose 9 gems to destroy after dealing 139,000 damage. This, combined with this, is what is going to make her hurt people. Now, she is not the fastest in the world. I cannot stress that enough. She is not the fastest in the world, but she does do work. I do not have Lita. I do not have Tori, so I go with Bayley. So if you're in the same boat as I am, you do not have the 2 main showboat women in this game, go with Bayley. Trust me. So for her belt, I do not have a perfect plus on her belt. It's only 20% takedown. But we are focusing full Fury 2 across the board, 200% on yellow move damage. Even though it does not affect the submission, it does affect the choose, and it does affect the finisher moving into the other move set. So that does play value for both builds. Honestly, you can have this set up for both builds, and it really does not matter. It will play dividends. The plate, on the other hand, is something that does affect this build. When you break 3 or more yellow gems, make 7 purple gems into blue gems at the end of your turn. That helps for recycle, even though it technically doesn't need the recycle, if that makes sense. So it's going to come in... It's really going to come in kind of handy in the broad spectrum of things of taking away purple gems from purple gem users. It's going to come in handy for putting out blue gems against, say, like an acro So the blue gems land on the traps. The acro's trying to kick out or whatever of the pin, and it swipes the blue that's on the traps. That's going to steal the health. So it does play different variations and everything else. I hope I upsold that as best as I possibly could. So moving into the trainers. Do I even have her already set up on loadout? Do I? I don't. I do not. I have her previously set up for old standards. Okay, so we're going to go there. It turns out I've been using Bayley all weird. Let me see what her MP charge is real quick. 7. So really not using that much of a problem. So we'll go with previous. Yep, that's what we'll do. We'll throw on Tatanka, because why not? Almost 400, 1.2 mil. I'll be okay with 1.2. I refuse to do an extra turn, even though it'd be half mil. That's 2 million damage. You know what? Screw it. We came to play. We're going to throw Drew on. Screw it. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to increase the color submission a little bit. So that way they break a little bit more of those as time moves on. How do we want to continue with this? That's exactly how we're going to do it. Okay, so this is how we're going. We're going yellow moves +4. We're going yellow submission moves to 100% more, plus yellow moves start with 2 more with Tatanka. Shobo Nakamura is critical to this because he is giving an additional 100% more health from our trap gems. Cannot stress how good that is. We'll see here in just a second because I'm going to re-show it. And then, obviously, with Drew, we're going to go with 50% more damage and give 1 more turn. Not super stoked about that, but I'll take 4 turns over 3, I guess. So with Nakamura on there, we're going to steal upwards of almost 200%. So 187,584 from each of our opponents. Again, cannot stress that she is not the fastest in the world, but she will get the job done. With the Bayley to belly suplex being 6 and us being able to choose 9 gems to destroy, a little bit board dependent for turn 1, but she can be played multiple different ways. At least this setup can. I have played it multiple variations of it, depending on how you move things across. So let's just, for shits und giggles, act like this is not charged. What I would do, we're looking at almost half mil there because of that metal, so that's awesome. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam, pop the 6. That drops, hits there. Now we have our trap gem ready to go. So we're going to place it in the most obvious place where there's going to be the most breaks. Hit there. Now see, here's where the big portion of this comes into play. We slid on to a couple of the blue gems here. What's going to wind up happening is we're going to get 6 MP from those breaks alone. Now she is just going to dwindle herself down by hitting every single one of the trap gems that is brought in front of her face. And we're not taking any sort of damage whatsoever. Throw the traps up there. We want to just keep throwing out the trap gems. And then let's see what real damage we can do. We're looking at 9.3 mil. Now we're looking at 8. So we're going to go click, click. We're going to take out some blues. Because we want to take out the blues. We want to kind of recharge there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, we won't take out the blues. We'll just go there, there. See if we can cause a cascade of some type that will do us a little bit more justice than what we're seeing here. There, there. Can't really think of any. Oh, right there. Let's just go with the... Yeah, we're going to break as many traps as humanly possible. Because we are doing damage. I just want to stress that we are doing damage. At this point, we're not solely reliant. 2 million damage. Just keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Took them all away. We took them all away because of our Protect Gem being out there. Go figure. Now, you obviously, you can switch out Drew for Striker Bliss. You can, basically, you can switch out Drew for a Protect Gem card. It does work. Gem modifier. So you can go with Striker Bliss. You can go with Earthquake. I think that's his name. Earthquake. Yep, it was 20%. Yeah, that's it. Earthquake and Bliss that I've got. Maybe there's someone better. Who knows? But this is generally the route I like to go. I like doing the initial damage here. Now we could, in all fairness, switch him out for Trap Jam. Let's try that. Let's try it. You know, we are here to play the game. And I want to just do this right. I want to be able to show you guys every possibility that I can think of. So, and ironically enough, this is going, or Steamboat's going to move into my next build, so keep that in mind. Alrighty, let's go back in against her. Let's see what we can come up with here. We like doing cascades on the trap gems. It does do money shots. So again, go with our same stigma as before. Go blues. Break the blues. Now, clearly in this realm, it was not beneficial to go with the blues because there wasn't that many blues on the board. You know, it didn't pay out well. I wish it had. It just simply didn't. But we're still solid. And given the way the last feud went, hopefully the feud coming up is kind of the same. So this is my train of thought right now, okay? We have one more move charge left to go when it comes to the single leg monkey flip on Lita. So we're still out of the danger zone. But I'm looking at a lot of cascade potential right here. Okay? And each one of these gems does 93,000. We're looking at 39,000 there. We're looking at one there. Where's our yellows? 47,000. We're not looking at a whole increase there, but I want to see what this damage does when we cascade to the fullest ability of our cascading ability. You know what I'm saying? Go there, go ding, ding, dink. Make the dinkers. Hit it. Because we're recharging everything here in one foul swoop. We're total clearance to do all this. And this is the reason why she takes forever. That animation alone. 3.8, not bad. Not bad at all. Could be a whole hell of a lot worse, but this is also showing why we utilize our submission as much as possible. Should I have made that abundantly clear at the beginning of this? Obviously. Come on. But if you're not, or if you're new to this, if you've been to this channel quite a bit, you'll understand I make a lot of silly, stupid mistakes. So, as a veteran player of this game, I should make less, but I just don't. So, you're not going to hit negative 187,000. Okay, champ. You already didn't do enough to make me hurt, so I'm not worried about you ever. Now, against a 6-star silver, Bayley is going to be quite a bit slow. What am I doing? Knock it off. Go there. Go there. And then go there, there. And there. Nope. And there. Just leave one out there. It's not going to kill us to have just one. It might. There we go. That's right. Wipe the board clean of my trap gems. All right. Then we're going to go back into it. Just going to go into the submission, kill her off. Because why not? Let's just end this fight on a good note. There we go. All right. So that obviously bore very, very well. I greatly appreciate that. Again, not going to be the fastest in the world, but she's also one of the safest cards to use. Is it going to take you an extra 2 minutes to finish the fight? Possibly. Compared to others, yeah. But are you winning? Yeah. Is it under 5 minutes? Yeah. Fantastic. You're not looking to win in 1 minute and 30 seconds for a lot of us. A lot of us are not big old spenders with all the big stuff in front of us. So a lot of us kind of have to work with what we got. Now, I do want to point this out because I'm not going to run it in the video, but I do want to point it out. In Showdown, for female Showdown, Bayley is awesome because of move A and move B. Both of these are, you're forcing your opponent to tag, you are reducing opponent's tag counters. With her link, I believe damage control adds +8 blue. So if you have EO Sky, look at you go. You can ultimately lock someone in pretty solidly. So what I like to do for Showdown is I like to keep the seated armbar and everything primed, or I like to go seated armbar, Bayley to belly suplex, And then this diving elbow drop, I replace with the sunset monkey flip. Or sunset flip powerbomb. I don't know why I said monkey flip. That's my bad. Um, Basically because I want to reduce owners' tag counters. I want to be able to hit this so that way I can tag in my damage control, which right now is Dakota, but if you have EO, it works out very, very well. You can set this up to tag in EO. You're already going to have the trap gems out. If you choose to go with the belly to back suplex, because they have a 6-star silver in the front and a 5-star gold in the back, and you can get to that 5-star gold quickly, then go for the belly to back suplex. Get them and kill them off, or swiper no swipey with the belly to belly. Get your seated armbar done. They're done turn 2. Like it becomes a little bit easier of a fight. Becomes more of a control factor. Now moving on. This build I have not used in a Coon's age. It has been a long time since I've touched this. I used this when she was 5-star gold. Once she became 6-star bronze, I switched over to the other moveset because I didn't find this one too pleasant, to be honest with you. One other thing you can do, and it's a little unconventional, is you can always go this route. This route's not necessarily bad. Let me show you what this route can do. Okay. So we're going to switch out to Tonka for, I believe it's Asuka. Trick Asuka. Come on, where are you? Right there. Would she be better with 100%? Obviously. That would be substantially better because this would be doing close to half mil up here. But remember, we have a 200%er on there, so it might do more. The 29,813 damage, give or take. It's good, bad, ugly, whatever. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. This also does work with the plate. I want to stress that. So how this is going to rock, we're going to go here. Clearly, we're all fully charged. Tink, tink, tink. Go there. The downside is there is no control. That's the problem. There is no control. So you want to put the traps where the majority of the breaks are going to be at. So we're doing 739,000 plus that. We are doing 1.8 mil. Not great. And see, she's just going to siphon herself away just a little bit. And that's good. That's great. But there's no... I guess having the plate does play a dividend here. So you hit here. We can go with that. In all actuality, the finisher's not going to be ready. So if we go here, we go back our normal standings. There's 6. Recharging up the submission because we're going to try and fill the entire board. There we go. Here we go. We're most likely going to miss 1 or 2. So we did miss 2. So we're looking at 47 instead of 49. 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. Looking at 47 traps at 29,000 a piece. Bam goes the dynamite. 2 million. Not the greatest in the world, but she is siphoning her own life away. And now she's going to hit this and siphon her life away a lot more. Siphon, siphon, siphon. She is dead in the water. And then we go here. Tink, 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 tink. To be honest, I really hope there comes a day where we get a plate. I said this in the Taker video, but I'm really hoping one of these days we get a plate that increases more gem damage, like a basic plate that does more gem damage for when you place trap gems. But I'm also really kind of hoping for one that when you make traps, you increase all MP by 3 or something like that. Something stupid. You know, MP gain or some shit. I don't care. Just something with traps. All right. And there's that one done. Is it the most amazing thing in the world? Not necessarily. I don't particularly think so. But again, we are here to test the waters of the nature of our beast. So we're going to switch out Miss Asuka here, going with Dakota Kai. Dakota is going to put us at 39,750 as a combination with Steamboat. I'm really kind of nervous about this one. I don't know if this is going to go that well, but again, we're here to play, we're here to test. And this is kind of where I'm hoping that plate or the plate's going to kick in very, very well. We obviously have to break a lot of gems here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with 7 because that's what we're going to have to break. That charges that charges that. And go here. Swiper, no swiping. She's obviously going to go for the line break, but I'm kind of keeping that on the back burner. This is probably only going to do close to 3. 2 mil. She siphons some of her own health. There goes that. We are going to do swiper, no swipey on blue. She's going to crack. That's fine. We're going to break here because we obviously like the pen. Go here, hit this. Go down that route. See how many we're missing here. 1, 2, 3 gems are missing. So we're not even going to worry about trying to fill the board. We're just going to hit and hope the lifesteal kicks in the way it needs to. Pretty solid. She is going to smash around a lot of these gems. Perfect. Steal a lot more of your life. Yes. Yes. Take more. Love it. I do like that. I do like the fact that when Lita goes and tries to hurt us, we're just simply on the no train and basically telling her to kick rocks. That's what I enjoy. Because she's doing all this. She's going to lead into that, but she's stealing her own health. So we go here, crack. That many face slams to the ground. You know she's done. Yep, and she's stealing her own health. She's killing herself. Great. She knocked her own self out. Okay, let's go with the final build because we are now at the 21-minute mark and we have tinkered around with Bayley enough times. We know what the 2 builds are about. Let's go to the third. Third and final, the one I am the least impressed with to date. Now, that obviously is going to change just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go with the finisher still is the rose plant. Not the greatest in the world, but yay, it does its job. These are 6 move charge. So this does help everything. You can run Steamboat and Dakota. You just need your MP, as in Trick Xavier. Find him right there. Mazel tov. All right, so we're going to do the running knee. Actually, that showed up a lot better. No. Oh, replays. Duh. That showed up. That showed everything, right? Yep. Okay. So we're going to make 23 random gems into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, make 2 random gems into protect gems of strength 134,223. If broken by you, increase your purple MP by 2. The Sato Suplex. Deal 130,000 damage and choose a 2x3 area to swap into yellow gems, obviously filling up the rose plant. Then we know the rose plant does 201,000 plus 39,750 for every bonus or for every trap gem. One of these days, I do hope. This is what kind of bothers me the most about Bayley right now. Bayley was released as a boss or as a chase card for a month, right? The final boss of that month was the only female boss that we've had to fight so far, and even she still sucked on it. The rose plant, the damage for every trap gem needs a 0 attached to it. Something. At 6-star bronze, 6-star silver, it does not matter. Add an extra 0 to the end there, or at least make it 50,000 per bonus for every trap. I mean, come on. But that's a 6-star silver. I digress. Hopefully at 6-star gold, this shoots up a little bit. Because I'm hoping at 6-star gold, it does moves instead of gems, and we have a balance. Fingers crossed. All right, let's move into the... Oh, nope, we got to switch out Nakamura. We forgot something. So, in regards to this slot, I personally like NWO Hogan here. The reason I like NWO Hogan here is because this is a 10 spot, and you're doing a 3x2 area. So, with Hogan being there, you can do a 3x2 area without any other yellow gems touching, and it's going to charge the finisher 1,000% every single time. So, that's the reason only real reason I like NWO Hogan there. If you want to go with someone else, by all means, make your paper boo boo. You go with that route. So I'm very, very nervous about this one. I'm 100% positive we're going to lose, but I've been proven wrong many, many times before. So we only want to break a couple here. I forgot it's an up and down thing. We just want to break a couple because we want to keep as many traps on the board as possible while still kind of charging these a little bit. And apparently I didn't charge them well enough. Oh, it's only by 2, so you need to break 3. See, you can see how long it's been since I've used this. I'm not super stoked about this. I don't see this going very well. I mean, we're mitigating a lot of damage. That's 100% certain. Let's see if it'll work this time. Maybe. There's plenty of traps to go around. So we're going to go with the safest bet here. Which is this. No. Yeah, it's going to be that one. Yeah. Okay, you can stop now. Okay, we're going to hit this one more time. Fill up this board. We want as many traps on the board as possible. That way, all of these spare ones can get turned into protect gems. There we go. So that did technically help. No, don't. No. Oh my god. You're just wanting to make me cry today. Yeah, give me more protect. I mean, I'm cool with that. You're dealing literally no damage to me whatsoever, which is nice. Do not get my words twisted. This is nice. It is nice not taking any damage, but I am scarred. Because we're about to get stun locked into oblivion. And if we get stun locked into oblivion, that's a loss. I don't care who you are, that is a loss. Just trying to figure out where to place this without blowing up the entire freaking board. I don't want to blow up the board. Okay. I want to lay down trap gems again. Maybe I'm being mistaken here and hitting that trap multiple times, but it just makes me feel a little bit more comfy in the pants. Okay. As long as she doesn't cascade. Okay. 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 So that did work. It kept us above 2 million, so that's nice. It still took forever and a day. To be honest, that one made me nervous. I didn't like being that nervous with that. I saw that stun active, and I just didn't like it. To be rightfully honest, against someone like Lita, I would continue with my my submission build with more control and more steel health. Why do I keep hitting replace? Special moments brought to you by Jeffrey on the Hey Status Gaming channel. So I'm just going to move back to this. This is where my comfort zone lies. This is where I feel the most confident. And I cannot stress this enough in Champions. You need to be confident and you need to be comfortable with what you are playing. If you are not confident and comfortable with what you are playing, there is no reason for you to play it. That's just bottom line. When you're not confident and comfortable with what you're playing, you make mistakes and you slow down. As anyone can tell you, come feud, come boss battle, everything in between, you need to have that confidence in you so that way you can go the fastest that you possibly can. In boss battle, you have 1 minute to do everything that you need to do. A lot of the times, your card is taking up 30 seconds to do its full rotation just to get charged for your 2 additional damages. So in that 30 seconds, you need to be able to have all the moves go off and have the comfortability with your card to be able to take the additional 25 roughly seconds that you're going to need to, I know that only adds up to 55, but you also have to include the boss kicking out kind of thing. So let's say roughly 20 seconds. The 20 seconds that follows that rotation is critical, especially if you are going with the shield break. If you're in the shield break formation, right? And your last 20 seconds is just setup leading into turn 2 shield break. You need to be comfortable and confident with that card. So that way that 20 seconds feels like 20 minutes and allows for you to be able to do what you need to do in that window without freaking out. Because when you freak out, that's when bad things happen to good people. You stop doing what you need to do and you cause a loss or an extra turn that wasn't necessary in that. Same thing goes with feud. Feud is about speed, it's about confidence. So take your top 5 cards that you have, look at them, analyze them, understand every single moveset that you can do with them, every single trainer that you can bounce around if you need to bounce them around. Focus what trainers you need to train up to get that card to do what it needs to do, and go as hard as you possibly can, as fast as you can. Okay. There are some cards that take a little bit extra time. Bayley is that card that takes a little bit extra time, but it is worth it in the end. And the reason I say it's worth it in the end is when you're confident with it, you look at cards like Lita, for instance. Lita is terrifying. Zombie Liv, terrifying. Zombie Becky, terrifying. Tori, terrifying. The list goes on and on and on and on and on about how many terrifying cards there are. If you're confident in your card's abilities and your ability to run that card, they're not going to be as terrifying. Okay? So that's the end of my Hey Status TED Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed the Bayley video. If you have any comments on it, please comment down below. I like hearing from you guys when I make mistakes, or if there's a way to run it a lot better. Okay? So with all that being said, I'm going to leave you the same way I always leave you. Life can be fun if you allow it to be. We'll see you in the next video.